today. From Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
The numbers for Sanders last week: 15 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Second down, back to Sanders.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. And, Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Running on first down is Sanders, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage before he's taken down. A loss of 1.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
First carry now for Trey Sermon, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Lance looking to throw it. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs, because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. Sermon. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
Throwing on first down, James. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 4 catches, 87 yards.
3rd in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong number. That means he's being consistent each and every time out.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers to, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah. Kyle Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call, so out comes the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch, because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. They'll look to throw again. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. They'll run on first down. It's Carr, and he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
First and goal from the 6. Back to throw. James. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Now James looking to throw on second down. And that's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is right through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, Sanders. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Lance, a give now to Sermon. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Lance. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Lance now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. On 2nd and 10, Lance out to his left. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
To throw, it's Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. A give running left. It's Sanders trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. Here's Davis now. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And I guess that's where you turn on 4th and goal to your muscle back there. Hand him the football. He does the dirty work.
I think you're asking a lot of your defense there, right? Having to make the stand, have to prepare for just about any type of play to be called, and then here comes the power right at you. On that play, the big man got into the end zone.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And to give this time to the tailback. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. James. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back, and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Now for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Lance. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Throwing to start the drive. James. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carr, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. James. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. A big connection on that one. 38 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Patrick Ricard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field. The fullbacks for the defense, they knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop them. They knew they had to meet them with a little bit of force. But on that play, The big guys up front won the day.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They start on the ground here. It's Sanders. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run with Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Shotgun now for Lance.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here's Lance. The same target, same result. It's Kittle.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And, Charles, for this defense, they're a confident bunch. Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight?
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, they're relying on that confidence. You and I both were sort of surprised at his weekly press conference when he was asked about this being a trap game. And he's almost boasting that he didn't see anything to worry about. That surprised both of us in a big way because we know that could be a dangerous tactic because I can guarantee you the guys on the other side, they heard that, and they're looking for anything to galvanize them.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first half, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Sermon now on 1st and 10.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Working from the gun. Lance. This to the outside. It's Sermon.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff. Sermon.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
The Lance going to throw.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Sanders will score. Touchdown, 49ers. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back to throw again. Forced out to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Eagles are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw. James. Trying to, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. And Lance now to throw. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's fourth down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at the 23. The danger of a punt that good. A 16-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Well, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range. Here's James throwing on first down. And as he throws, he lost the football. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. The kick by Bass is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So as it turns out, a 2-play drive resulting in the field goal. So not the greatest of first halves for him, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Christian Kirk, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Travis Etienne, a touchdown run in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Cam Akers, a touchdown run in that first half. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
James now on first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw. James. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Far right side caught by O.J. Howard. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. On second down now, it's Carr. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. James from the gun, he'll throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
The kicker on for the extra point.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads you into bigger errors.
54 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now a carry for Sanders.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Lance to throw it.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. This is taken at the 15. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far.
Shut him down! Shut him down! Let's do this!
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 3rd down, Carr. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now over the middle, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st down, it's Carr. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. James. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, Lance.
They'll find Ayuk open right side.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Lance. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, what a move. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Back to throw. James. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
2nd and 8 coming up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. James. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, James. Wide open receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
operating from the gun. James. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And his kick here is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. It's caught by Sanders. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Back to throw. Lance. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Flushed out right. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 25. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Looking to throw. James. And he's got his man on the out route. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
To throw is James on 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now James operating from the gun. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Lance now on first down. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. On first down, Lance. He'll find Sermon out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. He'll buy some, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. From the gun, Lance. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have fourth down to try and pick it up.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. They'll run on first down. It's Carr, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Carr breaks the tackle. Now an alley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
On first down, it's Carr, and he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll run on first down. It's Carr, and he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Back to throw. James. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it.